My name is Emily Sharp, and I am a therapist at Love Hill Grow Counseling. My favorite individual clients to work with are those who show up with people-pleasing tendencies, essentially like struggling with boundaries, feeling lost, feeling stuck in who they are without monitoring other people's needs, and emotional responses, so I tend to enjoy working with them. The emotions I tend to see within these specific individual clients, I do see essential self-silencing. They are constantly hypervigilant to how other people are responding around them, very attached to emotional or external validation instead of having that internal anchor of internal validation. I see them feeling very emotionally burnt out. I see essentially a lot of guilt when wanting to say no, and constantly being always over accommodating to other people, and really putting themselves on the back burner, which essentially struggles with who they are, that identity work there as well. In therapy with me, we'll really navigate essentially boundary skills. We want to figure out what feels difficult about establishing no, where are we maybe taking too much responsibility or relying too much on external reassurance. Really working on identity work as well. I think really building the internal anchor. So if somebody does have a negative emotional reaction when we establish boundaries, how can we still feel confident and secure and not fall into that guilty trap as well? I also think navigating like old attachment wounds. A lot of people who are people pleasers, they were rewarded for self-silencing and really holding back how they emotionally felt. And so we'll work on building a muscle with that as well. When therapy is working, I see these clients being able to assert themselves more, being more direct, less hesitant or overthinking of when they do those things. I see anxiety decrease. I see emotional burnout decrease as well. And I see them feeling more secure in who they are.
Nice. How does that affect them in their lives and their relationships?
How does this affect them in their life and their relationships? I think it makes them more confident, and I think it makes them actually attuned to their authentic self instead of this mask of really trying to please other people. They're actually being able to fill up their cup. I think it allows them to take the pressure off themselves as well, and these covert expectations that they've really fed into their whole lives. My hope for these folks is that they do create this internal anchor so they do feel secure. That a lot of the times these expectations were created for protective strategies and how to maintain and adapt to their environment that taught them that. So have more compassion for themselves and how they show up in day to day, but ultimately feel more confident, feel more secure, and really work to figure out who they are without monitoring other people's needs.